Too many League of Legends players live in this constant fear of the enemy jungle and act as if they're always out to get you and there's just nothing you can do about it. Today, we're finally going to learn how to flip the script on them. In this video, we're going to learn how to track the enemy jungler, how to invade and deep ward, and how to use that information to honestly do your jungler's job for them. Let's jump on into it. Fundamentals are the backbone of everything we do in League of Legends. Despite that, they're often the most overlooked and easily forgotten, so that's where we'll start. At level 1, do everything you can to figure out where the enemy jungler starts. This should be quite easy in low elo, as in almost every single game, the jungler will force one of their side laners to leash, telling you exactly where they are. In this example, both Thresh and Kog'Maw arrive in bot lane at around 1 minute 50, signaling to everyone on the blue team that Trundle started at his blue. We can take this even one step further by looking for missing health and mana that our opponent might have when they get to lane. The last trick we can use is to make note of where our opponent enters the lane from. Bard enters the lane from the left side of the river. If he'd come from blue buff, he'd be closer to the right side where Kai'Sa is, making it obvious that he didn't leash. We now know because of Top's missing HP and Bard's pathing to lane that the enemy jungler started topside. Now that we know where the enemy jungler has started, all of our lanes can play accordingly. Our top laner knows they only have to respect the enemy jungler for about the next minute or so before they cross to bot side, telling him now is the time to ward if he needs it. Our jungler can adjust their path to look for a counter gank, an invade, or in this case, a kill on top without the fear of the enemy jungler being there. For mid lane, the impact is even greater. Now our mid laner knows which side of the lane to stand on, ward for, and at what time to do so. This is a concept that I broke down in one of my previous videos where I looked at how Faker uses a simple piece of information like this to avoid every single gank and how you can do the same. If you main mid lane, I highly suggest you check it out after this. And finally for our bot lane, this tells us exactly what time the enemy jungler will be on the bot side of the map and when you should ward. Most often this will be after your third wave, but if you're really scared of an early gank, you can do it after your second. Now that our bot lane has crashed their third wave into tower, let's zoom out for a better look. Because we know the enemy jungler started top with a leash, we can assume that he's pathed into his bot side by now, and we can expect a gank soon. So now is our time to go ward. Let's toggle the vision and see where he is. With the enemy bot lane stuck under tower, having to clear a big minion wave before they can move, we can have the confidence to instead ward the enemy bot jungle instead of river. And if we're lucky enough, we could even contest the enemy's blue. Now let's press play and see what would have happened. In the best case scenario, Jhin and Nami are both in river, where they get an easy 2v1 kill on the enemy jungler. Absolute worst case scenario, they place a ward and back off. This is an absolutely huge missed opportunity from our bot lane this game. Just by identifying where the enemy jungler starts, our entire team can play around it and make sure to ward for themselves and play to it accordingly. Now to recap, make sure to pay attention to where the jungler starts level 1 using the tricks we talked about earlier. Don't be afraid to take push, knowing what time the jungler can be at your lane based on where they start. Once you trap your opponent under tower, use that time to invade and take an easy fight without fear of them responding. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe, check out my other videos on my channel, and if climbing in League is something you're interested in, check the video description for guides I've written and coaching sessions with me.